I mean, it's like being a little kid again to go back and see, to go on set and see all of these iconic personalities.
It gives us great creativity, opportunity to get films and projects made, and stories told that wouldn't often be told, often overlooked. And
He was Blade, a vampire hunter who ruled the box office, a martial artist who moved like lightning. Wesley Snipes was unstoppable, but then the government came for him. Not with handcuffs for a crime of violence, not for drugs, for taxes. And what happened next would destroy his career, his reputation, and nearly break the man himself. This is the story of how Hollywood's biggest action star fell from grace and fought his way back. Wesley Trent Snipes was born on July 31st, 1962, in Orlando, Florida. His mother was a teacher's assistant. His father was an aircraft engineer. They divorced when Wesley was young, and his mother moved him to the Bronx, New York. The South Bronx in the 1970s, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in America. Gangs, drugs, violence on every corner. Are you enjoying this story, Wesley Snipes? Then help the channel with your subscription. Look, 94. 8% of the people who watch these videos are still not subscribed to the channel. If you are part of that group, take the chance and subscribe now. It's free. And that way, you'll keep receiving amazing stories from TV shows we still miss. Oh, and don't forget, at the end of the video, you'll find more stories like this one. But Wesley found his escape: martial arts. At 12 years old, he began training. Karate, kung fu, capoeira. He threw himself into it with obsession. While other kids were on the streets, Wesley was in the dojo. Discipline became his religion. His body became a weapon. He also discovered something else: theater. At the High School of Performing Arts in Manhattan, Wesley studied drama, the same school from the movie Fame. He had natural talent, intensity, presence. Teachers noticed him immediately. He could command a stage without saying a word. After high school, Wesley went to State University of New York at Purchase. He studied theater there too, but college wasn't going to make him a star. New York City would. He started auditioning, small roles, background work, music videos. He appeared in Michael Jackson's Bad video in 1987, just a face in the crowd. But he was hungry, relentless. His first real break came in 1986, a small role in the movie Wildcats, starring Goldie Hawn. Then, in 1989, he got cast in Major League. He played Willie Mays Hayes, a cocky speedster outfielder. The movie was a hit. People noticed Wesley, that smile, that swagger, that athletic grace. But it was 1991 that changed everything. Spike Lee cast him in Jungle Fever. Wesley played a crack addict named Flipper Purify. The role was intense, raw, vulnerable. Critics raved. Wesley Snipes wasn't just another action guy. He could act, really act. Then came New Jack City. Wesley played Nino Brown, a ruthless drug lord in 1980s Harlem. Cold, charismatic, terrifying. The movie was a cultural phenomenon. Wesley became a star overnight. Hollywood wanted him. Action movies, dramas, comedies, he could do it all. Passenger 57, Demolition Man opposite Sylvester Stallone, Drop Zone, Rising Sun with Sean Connery, Money Train, U.S. Marshals. Wesley was everywhere in the 1990s. Box office gold. Studios loved him. Fans loved him. He was one of the few black action stars who could open a movie worldwide. But Wesley wanted more. He wasn't just an actor. He was a martial artist, a real one. He had trained for years in multiple disciplines. He wanted to do a movie that showcased his true abilities, something authentic, something powerful. Then, in 1998, it happened. Blade, a Marvel comic book character, a half-vampire, half-human warrior who hunts vampires. Dark, violent, stylish. Most people didn't think it would work. Comic book movies weren't the phenomenon they are today, but Wesley believed in it. He trained harder than ever. Swords, martial arts, wire work. He did most of his own stunts. Blade was a massive hit. It made over $130 million worldwide. It proved that R-rated comic book movies could work. It paved the way for X-Men, Spider-Man, and eventually the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Wesley Snipes as Blade became iconic. The black leather, the sword, the sunglasses. He was a superhero before superhero movies dominated Hollywood. Blade 2 came in 2002, even bigger, even better, directed by Guillermo del Toro. It made $155 million. Wesley was at the peak of his powers. Then Blade, Trinity in 2004. But something had changed. There were rumors on set, conflicts with the director, tension with co-stars. Some say Wesley was difficult, others say he was protecting his character from being sidelined. Behind the scenes, something else was happening, something that would destroy everything Wesley had built: taxes. Between 1999 and 2001, Wesley Snipes earned millions. But he didn't pay federal income taxes, not a single dollar. Some reports suggest he fell into a belief system that claimed taxes were illegal, that the government had no right to collect them. He hired advisors who told him he didn't have to pay. In 2006, the IRS came for him. Federal charges, conspiracy to defraud, filing false tax claims, failure to file returns. The government said he owed $17 million. Wesley fought back. He believed he was in the right. But the law didn't care what he believed. The trial began in 2008. Cameras everywhere. Headlines screaming, "Wesley Snipes, action hero, on trial like a criminal." His lawyers argued he was misled by bad advisors, that he genuinely believed he didn't owe taxes. The prosecution said he knew exactly what he was doing, that he chose greed over responsibility. The jury deliberated. Wesley was acquitted on the most serious charges. But he was found guilty of 3 misdemeanor counts of failing to file tax returns. The judge sentenced him to 3 years in federal prison. 3 years. Wesley Snipes, the man who played Blade, was going to jail. He reported to McKean Federal Correctional Institution in Pennsylvania on December 9, 2010. A medium-security prison. No cameras, no interviews, no red carpets. Just inmate number 433555018. Wesley Snipes became a number. For nearly 3 years he was behind bars. He could have been bitter, angry, broken. But Wesley did what he always did. He trained, he read, he meditated. He taught martial arts to other inmates. He stayed disciplined, he stayed focused. Prison wouldn't break him. On April 2, 2013, Wesley Snipes was released. He had served his time, paid his debt, but Hollywood had moved on. New action stars, new superheroes. The world had changed. Could Wesley come back? At first it was slow, small roles, direct-to-video movies. Nothing like the glory days. But Wesley didn't complain. He worked, he stayed humble, he rebuilt. In 2014 he appeared in The Expendables 3 with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. A small role but symbolic. He was back. Then came television. The Player in 2015. Guest appearances, supporting roles. Wesley wasn't leading blockbusters anymore, but he was working. And something else happened. The culture started to appreciate him again. Younger fans discovered Blade on streaming. They realized Wesley Snipes was the original Marvel superhero. Before Iron Man, before Black Panther, there was Blade. In 2019, Wesley appeared in Dolomite Is My Name with Eddie Murphy. A supporting role, but he was brilliant. Critics praised him. It reminded everyone that Wesley could really act. He wasn't just action, he had range, depth, soul. In 2021, Wesley starred in Coming to America, the sequel to the 1988 classic. He played a new character, and fans loved seeing him back. He also appeared in True Story on Netflix, a dark limited series. Wesley was reinventing himself, character actor, dramatic roles. He was proving he could evolve. Today, Wesley Snipes is 62 years old. He lives quietly. He trains. He works on projects he believes in. He's a father, a businessman. He owns a production company. He's involved in security technology. He's moved beyond just being an actor. And the fans haven't forgotten. There are constant calls for Wesley to return as Blade. Rumors swirl every time a new Marvel movie is announced. Would he come back? Could he come back? Wesley has said he's open to it, if the story is right, if the respect is there, because that's who Wesley Snipes is, a warrior, on screen and off. He didn't just play tough guys, he lived it. He survived the Bronx, he conquered Hollywood, he went to prison and came out stronger. He lost everything and built it back. Most actors crumble when the spotlight fades, when the money stops, when the world forgets them. But Wesley never stopped fighting. He took his punishment, he owned his mistakes, he kept training, kept working, kept believing. They gave him 3 years in a cell. They thought it would end him. But you can't cage a warrior's spirit. You can't break someone who's been training their whole life for the fight. Wesley Snipes taught us that the real strength isn't in the movies. It's in how you rise after you fall, how you fight when everyone counts you out, how you keep moving forward when the world turns its back. He made us believe a black man could be a superhero. He kicked down doors for an entire generation, and when life knocked him down harder than any movie villain ever could, he got back up. Because that's what warriors do. They endure, they survive, they win. Wesley Snipes didn't just play Blade, he lived it. And the legend will never die.